pile in if one of those trouble bubbles lands.
Now let's remember, we saw a pick poke comp, which was almost exclusively poke.
Works still going to be his biggest Achilles heel as he goes aggressive once again onto Keen. Keen doing a fair bit of damage here, Corrupting Potion with that Time Warp Tonic keeping him alive for the moment, but if there's going to be a Shock Blast landing, Q's in there from Punch, and he's going to take the northern way out in order to keep himself alive against Spirit. The Predator has been popped though, and Noguri down beneath 100 health. Could that be 2 kills? The Spirit says, nope, I'll take 1 and I'll back away.
He doesn't have the cooldown here with Just Cleanse there to stop damage top lane.
Yeah, Keen has hit that level 6. Noguri doesn't have it just yet, but he's chased. It doesn't matter, and that's the fear beyond death, and Keen gets the kill back.
And we don't get to watch Noguri and Keen in a tier list.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that he played beyond his years. As there's the kickback as the Urgot is going to be delivered. And yes, we might have been singing his praises, but what can you do 2v1? The answer is not a whole lot. Spirit, can you do it again as he throws down the barrel? Doesn't quite find it onto Punch, and the wards are there, but it doesn't.
The Infernal's going to try to be the answer. There's not really any pokes, so surely you have to give this up, is my first thought. Can Damwon Gaming stop the Drake going?
Well, Paddlestar is going to do a lot of AoE damage here as the teleport is flying in already from Damwon Gaming. Spirit very, very low. In fact, the entire backline is struggling, and Jelly by himself has only the ultimate to keep him alive, and now the poke is reigning supreme. Damwon bouncing forward, picking up kills left, right, and center, and Afreeca Freecs, they couldn't actually make the play happen.
They got their cake and ate it too. They get top lane turret. They cancel the Rift out, re-engage.
Yeah, that's another bot to come in, but that's just Spirit delivering his life over. A Devour's already available from Hoyt. And Keen underneath this turret. I'm still not sure whether he's even safe as Nugger is the one tanking things up. But the corrosive charge is not going to land, and Keen goes golden to see his own death. Nuclear picks up that kill.
Secondary charge, Infernal, and 4 for 0. That's just a game ender in most games, Atlas. It's going to take.
Exactly, and they can also set up to try and get these picks so effectively as well. Aiming Spell Shield already on cooldown. Spirit, he was here for a moment, but he's going to be taken down very quickly. True Shot Barrage is going to soften up so many of these members, and the Trouble Bubble lands onto Aiming as well. They can't quite get over and finish him off. Oh, I spoke too soon as Noguri lands the
that kill. And there's just nothing Afreeca Freecs can do against. It's double Infernal on a poke comp. You just drop your pen and say, otherwise, the 2-0, you might want to pen that one down.
Yeah, maybe pick the pen back up again because Keen stole the red buff. So.
But if we come away saying, isn't Keen pretty good? Otherwise, whoopsie. Speaking of whoopsies.
Yeah, speaking of whoopsies indeed, as they'll take down the turret and the
Sivir
so easily. Yeah, exactly right. He's hearing all of this, the Katarina, because when they get confident, that's what happens. Trouble Bubble lands, and Spirit has to just body block for the cow. Beach Ball a little bit wide, but inner turret is going to be taken down. Only one more of them remain on the map as 5 turrets to 0 is the scoreline. Scouting Redemption comes in, and the Baron has almost entire vision for Damwon. Keen wants to start off a fight, though, as Hoyt might actually just be taken out, and it is Miasma in a great position. The flash out there from Hoyt, so they do manage to get themselves some respite as the Catfish is taken out.
Yeah, good call from, you would imagine, Carl, given the miasma, like you say, was the key thing there. To me, he's the only player who can hold his head high because, you know, he did really well in the lane against the Zoe, trying to do shenanigans with the Frost Fang, as CS numbers have been. A game where there was pressure from every side, right, with how the side lanes were going. It's a nice little play there.
Needs to finish off that Infinity Edge to get that first 3-item power spike, but it's feeling like he's going to need Predators on cooldown there as well. We've got Righteous Glory to get Keen in there, but True Shot Barrage is going to tag him up first, and they're just going to take down this Baron and now turn into the team fight. Trouble Bubble doesn't land.
Envision and top side.
But what can Afreeca Freecs actually do about it? True Shot Barrage is going to take half the health bar off Aiming, and Noguri looks at him hungrily, knowing that he could probably just 2-rotation Aiming. And by 2-rotation, I mean 2 spells, not rotation of spells.
No rotations necessary. Monte Cristo need not apply in this particular game. Everything just raining down hell. So many line skill shots of death, and that's 2 inhibitors. Swiftly gone.
Yeah, very, very quickly done. And you can see the minion wave prepped on the bottom side as well, as this poke composition is doing exactly that over and over again. It feels like it's a pick comp because the poke is doing almost enough damage to take down an entire health bar. Rather than anything else, 2 inhibitors seems to be enough here for Damwon as they're taking down Nexus turrets now. This one very, very close. The next will surely follow swiftly as the Paddle Stars just make sure everyone doesn't have a health bar, and Punch gets the kickback. That was so sexy as Spirit tries to do what he can, but he just can't get the work done. Showmaker coming on forward. He's so incredibly fast. There's Nogari in the front line. He's got the GA, and Afreeca Freecs is only keen, watching on in horror as once again the Nexus is going to be taken down. This is the Damwon that we wanted after week 1, and finally we're going to see it against the Afreeca Freecs.
The amount of swagger that they showed in this game, they were on fleek as a squad, and they didn't even need the man himself, who will play in our second series of the night, to do it. Big spheres from Punch in this particular game. His playmaking just beautiful on the Lee Sin. What a reintroduction to the LCK after 2 years away. Fantastic game, even above Canyons, and he was good on Lee Sin in the first game of the night. This is why there's something about Damwon Gaming, and this is the Damwon Gaming we want to see play it forward in the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So it feels like they jumped off the train just a little bit after that week 1 that looked very, very good, but it just took a Lunar New Year break. They went and they had a chat to their parents. Their parents told them they loved them, and they go back